How's it going, guys? Shin's Hero here. Uh, yes, I know that I owe two videos about two games that I was supposed to, put out. The video didn't work out properly. I realized from the last video. One, I wasn't really enjoying that game. And two, there was a lot of laggy moments, not sure why, I had to fix that. Anyway, we're going to talk about Undefeated Bahamut Chronicle. I'm not even gonna attempt its Japanese name because I'm honestly going to forget about this anime. Now let me tell you guys a little story about what the anime is about. The anime is revolved around the New Empire. Is it called the New Empire? Yes, it's just called the New Empire. So if you read the synopsis, it's going to tell you that there was a coup d'etat against the old empire, and the New Empire had the help of this black hero who single-handedly destroyed the old empire. And now, 5 years later, you have Lux, who is the guy in the middle, and he meets these girls in the academy, and there are drag rides. That's pretty much all it says for the synopsis. Now, the problems I had with this anime are very many. So, first of all, just a little disclaimer, I have not read the manga, the light novel, or anything. And in all honesty, just watching the anime itself, I honestly don't care enough to read it. I tried doing the 3-episode rule, which I succeeded. 3-episode rule meaning I watch 3 episodes and I find out if I like the anime to get invested in it. Did it spark something that I really want to watch it, or am I just gonna drop this anime? I went through the 3 episodes. I went all the way to episode 6. Not because I liked the anime, but because I was honestly trying to figure out what was going on. And what I mean by that is, it's not that I was interested in the anime, it wasn't psychological or there wasn't any mystery. It was just the fact that I watched the 6th episode not understanding it. I did not understand anything about this anime. This anime was just a huge what the fuck to me. And here's why. First and foremost, this is the kind of anime that it doesn't guide you along into the storyline. It pulls you in, and by pull you in, it's not we're gonna help you invest into this anime, where it's not this is interesting stories and you want to be drawn into this anime. No, this anime yanks you inside into its world, into its setting, where you're trying to understand what's going on. The anime basically assumes that you know everything about what's going on, all their little jargons, all their little words. I forgot what it's called. Basically, their little identification of their specific fuck, I can't remember. It's like there are drag rides, there are ruins, there's whistle, there's key, there's all these words that the anime basically assumes that you already know what it is. And those are just in a couple episodes. I mean, I watched episode 1 trying to figure out, okay, Black Hero is the most powerful, it was the savior, not really savior, hero nonsense. Very powerful character, okay, got it, and then all of a sudden it goes, in episode 1, it goes like, you also need to figure out what ruins is. Well, no one explains what a ruin is. There's no actual story to the ruin. There's no history. It's bad guy talks about how black hero something something then ruin, and you're just like, wait, what the hell's a ruin? Are we talking about like ruins as in a place? Is this a specific item? What the hell's going on? Then episode 2, it goes like, oh right, we also want you to learn about this phrase, and we want you to know about this character, and you're just like, what? It just doesn't go smoothly. Now, there are many animes that drag you into its world, and you get invested into it. One of the best examples I can say of that I can give for that is Made in Abyss. If you guys have ever watched Made in Abyss, this is an anime that it entices you to really get into its world. And it does it beautifully because the background, the story, the history, like the overall setting, you yourself want to understand what's going on. So you go like, oh, I wonder what's over there. Well, if we watch more of this anime, there's more mysteries, but yet it entices you. You see what I mean? This anime doesn't do that. So story-wise, I didn't really understand majority of what was going on. Second thing, character. You have these are your standard characters. These are your quote-unquote protagonists. These are the characters you're going to spend a lot of time with in this anime. Now, we're going to break down each character one by one. So, on the far right, you have your pink-haired ditzy character with giant tits. She's the only character I like throughout this anime. Her and her older sister, who is the headmaster. Now, why do I like this character? Because she's just oblivious. That's the only reason why I like her. She's oblivious, she has funny moments, and it's not comedic in the sense of she does something funny. It's just the fact that, she just generally doesn't care about anything. All she cares about is, oh, Lux is my childhood friend, so I call him Lu-chan, and I want him to be with me. Basically, she's like a 10-year-old that grew up to be 16 with giant tits. Then right next to her is the girl. We'll get a better picture. No. Here we go. So right next to her is the girl with long hair, and she has like this grayish blue hair color. Now this character, she's all about finding vengeance and trying to redeem what she's lost. And there's this one I'm just gonna spoil it. There's this one episode where she admits that she's the key to the ruins, which the ruins is ancient civilization. Key meaning that she is the last survivor, or she was made in the ruins, or some nonsense like that. Doesn't really explain it. But basically she was adopted by a noble family, and the noble family never really accepted her. Now, I don't have a problem with this. What I did have a problem with is the way the story was told, and the fact that you didn't really invest any time into this character prior to that episode. Then when that episode appears and she starts talking about her life, the anime just basically wants you to feel bad for her, to get invested, to be emotional about what she went through. Well, you can't really do that if there was no investment prior to that episode. It's like you see into something, or you can't get invested into a specific character without understanding anything about this character. I mean, they really didn't give any moments for you to understand or to like the character or hate the character, to understand what the character is going through. I'm going through shit. and you're gonna help me. Oh, by the way, I have a backstory which is completely tragic. Oh, crap. Sorry. See? I don't really understand the appeal of this. Perfect, right there. Then right next to the quote-unquote sad character is this small girl. She's supposed to be the princess of the new empire. Why is she the princess? Because apparently her dad was the king of the old empire. She was tortured, and then they decided she'll be the princess of the new empire. Doesn't explain why, it's just, yeah, it's just there. This character is supposed to be a tsundere kind of trope, but yet it's not done properly, for one. The only tsundere thing about her is how she talks. But then, have you guys ever seen a slutty tsundere? That's how I describe her. Every time she sees Lux, the guy in silver hair, basically the only guy in the academy, she goes head over heels, and their first encounter she hates him, and then she's somewhat saved by him. She feels bad. Lux learns her secret, and then she's head over heels over him. Like, it's as though mortal enemies, you learn my secret, I'm in love with you. It doesn't make sense. So that's that character. Then we have Lux. Oh, by the way, all of the girls in this anime, they just fawn over Lux, which doesn't really make sense at all, because I think the only reason why they do is because they are so thirsty and so horny that they see a male and they go like, oh, look, dick. That's pretty much what I understood from that. Second of all, Lux. Next we have Lux, who is supposed to be your quote-unquote white and shining armor protagonist. Now, I don't like this character. Why? He's supposed to be a very kind-hearted, virginess trope. One, I'm not a huge fan of those kind of tropes. I like them because they're funny. They get into comedic moments and stuff like that, and the way they usually react is really comedic. It's really over the top because, quote unquote, they're virgins. They have never seen a human body naked. Which I don't. I mean, come on, there's scientific textbooks that show a human body now, so. Second of all, this character is done so poorly because he's supposed to be the naming sense of this anime, by the way, guys, is just terrible. His title is the Undefeated Weakest, or Weakest Undefeated, meaning he is the weakest character, but he is undefeated. Do you see where something is wrong with that? It sounds pretty ironic in my sense. From how I hear it, it's ironic. Now, he has two drag rides. Oh right, I need to explain what drag ride is. Drag ride, basically, it's their armor. It's equipable armor, which is somehow sentient. Anime doesn't explain why. You have your specific classifications of drag ride, where there's there's the common drag ride, which everyone basically uses, and then there is the overpowered special drag rides, the legendary drag rides. Yeah, that's pretty much all you need to understand from that. Because it honestly doesn't make sense. Like, I can understand what they were trying to go for, but they didn't invest enough into it. But anyway, for Lux, I'm just gonna throw it out there. He's the black hero. And he's supposed to be super undefeated, but yet if he's not using the black drag ride, he is the weakest character. So, it's not that he's secretly powerful, and it's not that he's, weak and trying to be strong. It's sometimes he's the weakest, sometimes he is the most overpowered. And it just depends on the weapon that he uses. Then you have the girl right next to him, the one with blonde hair. I really did not know much about her. She was in episode 6 or 7, and I just gave up on by that point. She's supposed, from what I understand, she's supposed to be the strongest in the academy. And then you have the girl with white hair, who is basically Lux's sister. I don't know anything about her except the fact that she really adores her Oni-chan. And there's some other characters. You have one character who she starts off every sentence with the word yes and then explains what she's saying. And I think her only reason for being an anime is she's a legit tsundere translator. Meaning, anything someone says in quote-unquote tsundere language, she would translate into something you can understand. And it's not done in a comedic sense. They're trying to put comedy into it. But one thing we love about tsundere is, you know, we love how they're so backwards and all that nonsense, and there's some mystery trying to understand what they mean and stuff like that. Then you have we'll talk about the drag rides. The drag rides, like I said, they're equipable armor. Now this is the problem I have with the drag rides. The new princess character, I honestly don't remember her name. I don't remember anyone's name in this anime except for Lux and the sister, Irie, or whatever. Here's I have a problem with the drag rides. The new princess character, she has a job. One of her main jobs is she is supposed to enhance and modify drag rides because these characters are part of an elite force from the academy, like commanders and knights and stuff like that. They can't beat anything. They legit cannot beat anything. So that takes away the whole elite force kind of aspect. I think they were just called elite force because, you know, they need a cool title. And for the princess character, she's a commander of the elite force, and at the same time she modifies drag rides. So basically, from what I understand of that is, she can get a weak drag ride and modify it into something stronger. Now, they are knowledgeable about the legendary drag rides, from the Black Hero, from the one that she uses. She has knowledge of that, so why doesn't she turn these common weak drag rides into something that, you know, can equate to that power or be more powerful? That's why this didn't make sense. So, that's all I'm gonna talk about with this anime, in all honesty. There was nothing that sprung out to me about this anime. It was just poorly done. I mean, I wanna read the light novel and get into the manga. But because of how I saw the anime, I honestly just don't want to. Does that make sense? I want to understand more about this anime, but the anime itself maybe not want to know anything about it. If you guys like this anime, go ahead and leave a comment. Go ahead and fight I'm not going to finish this anime. And finally, even if my review about it is 2 out of 10, you're more than welcome to watch this anime. You're more than welcome to get your own opinions on it. That's your choice. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Ciao ne. Hello there, jellies, foxes and owls, and cats. Yeah. Those were the 4 animals. Foxes, owls, jellyfishes, and cats. And clouds, because everyone's a cloud. Anyway, Hope you guys enjoyed that video. No face today because I just woke up, haven't showered, haven't really done anything. Hope you guys, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Just a little thing. I mentioned in my previous video, I think. No, I was supposed to mention in my previous video that I have a Twitter account. This is where I'm posting my updates of when the videos have been posted, and at the same time, I also created a Facebook page, Purple Clouds Overhead. I will leave the links in the description, and also comment the links, so you guys can join the page and check out my Twitter. What I plan to do with the Facebook page is, if you guys want to comment, message me, violent reactions, send pictures, whatever, please no nudes, and please be nice to each other. This is where you guys can do it. I am working on the subreddit, or the Reddit. I honestly just don't know how to do it, so I'm gonna have a friend help me with it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. So here is the Facebook page, Purple Clouds Overhead, and at the same time, at YoHero21. I'm also going to leave a link to my younger brother's channel. He does, I don't think he's talking in his videos yet, but he does some gameplay. He's a much better gamer than I am. I'm also going to leave a link to Andreas's channel, because Andreism is the only religion we need. So yeah. Anyway, bye. That's all. Go away. Shoo. No. No. Fuck. Alright, bye. Fuck.